If I handed your child 11 teaspoons of sugar for breakfast, would you let them eat it? Most parents would say, absolutely not. But the truth is, that's exactly what's happening in millions of homes every single morning. Let's talk about what we're really feeding our kids and how to change it. Today, we're going to discuss a topic that hits real close to home, especially if you're the one who's packing the lunch boxes, pouring the cereal, or finding yourself negotiating over dinner with a 5-year-old. Because Sparkling One, between the neon-colored snacks, the sugary drinks, and the mystery meat nuggets, it's time we had a real conversation. No guilt, no shame, just awareness, love, and a whole lot of sparkle. Welcome to the Sparkling Life Coach Podcast. Hey there, Sparkling One. I'm Dee Diaz, a certified integrative nutrition health coach. Here's a question that might make you pause. What exactly are we feeding our children? A juice box, some chips, a sandwich, and a cookie. Sounds like a normal lunch, right? But hidden inside that innocent lunchbox could be the reason your child is moody, unfocused, and exhausted by 2 p.m. So let's unpack it literally, starting with some hard facts. Did you know that 1 in 3 children in the US is either overweight or obese? That's not just a number. That's our children struggling with their energy, with sleep, with mood, and even with self-esteem. And the food industry isn't helping. Every grocery store aisle is a jungle of bright packaging, cartoon characters, and false promises like fortified with vitamins or whole grain. But the truth is, many of these so-called kids' foods are loaded with sugar, salt, artificial dyes, and preservatives we can't even pronounce. Let's take an example. Think of a typical kid's breakfast. A bowl of fruity cereal, you know the one, with milk, a juice box, and maybe a toaster pastry on the side. Sound familiar? That single meal can contain more than 45 grams of sugar. That's 11 teaspoons of sugar before they even put on their shoes for school. And we wonder why they're bouncing off the walls at 10 a.m. and crashing by lunch. Now, let's talk about the sneakiest culprit, sugary drinks. Sodas, juice boxes, energy drinks, even those vitamin waters, they're all sugar bombs in disguise. The average American child drinks about 30 gallons of sugary drinks per year. That's enough to fill a bathtub. So let me paint you a picture. Imagine handing your child 10 sugar cubes and saying, "Here, eat these before lunch." You'd never do that, right? But that's what's in a single 12-ounce can of soda. And here's the thing. This constant sugar intake messes with their blood sugar, with their ability to focus, their mood, and yes, it even affects their gut health and immune system. Our kids deserve better fuel, right? Let's talk about the word processed. It gets thrown around a lot, but what does it really mean? Well, it's a food that's been altered from its natural state, often stripped of nutrients, pumped with sugar, sodium, artificial flavors, and chemicals. So that means we're feeding our kids food-like substances more than real food. For example, chicken nuggets made of mystery meat, pizza pockets with cheese that doesn't even melt, chips that leave a neon orange trail on their fingers. These foods might be convenient, but they come at a cost. A study from 2019 found that kids who ate more processed foods had worse memory and attention in school. Their bodies were inflamed, tired, and overwhelmed by additives. It's like putting bad fuel into a sports car. It's just not going to run the way it's supposed to. And then let's talk about the elephant in the lunchroom. Yeah, school food. It's true, many schools do their best. But with tight budgets and outdated systems, kids are often served frozen pizza, canned fruit syrup, and chocolate milk every single day. And even if you pack your child's lunch, there's the peer pressure. Hey, why don't you have cookies? Or can I trade you for chips? Ew, what's quinoa? Yes, I've heard this one from a kid. We're up against a system that normalizes processed food and treats whole nourishing food as weird or boring. But don't worry, I've got some ideas to help you gently shift the culture. We'll get to those soon. Now, let's get honest. We're not just talking about cavities and crankiness. Unhealthy eating in childhood is linked to early onset type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, hormonal imbalances, mood disorders like anxiety and depression, and poor sleep and immune function. These are adult problems, right? But they're showing up in elementary school. And it's not just physical. When a child is constantly tired, foggy, or feeling off, it impacts how they see themselves and how they experience the world. And that's the part that breaks my heart. But here's the hope: we can change this. Now, if you're thinking, Dee, I hear you, but I'm a busy parent. I don't have time for from scratch quinoa kale muffins. Okay, I get it. That's true. But I'm not talking about perfection here. I'm inviting you to start with one small shift.
Are you tired of trying to make healthy changes only to end up back where you started? It's frustrating, isn't it? Here's the truth. You're not the problem. You just haven't had the right system. Introducing the 4-week win program, your step-by-step plan to build lasting habits and take control of your health. Start each day with our 2-minute health boost, a powerful combination of supplements and routines that fuel your body and mind. By the end of 4 weeks, you'll feel more energized, focused, and in control. Are you ready to win the morning, win the day, win your life? Visit the link in the show notes to get started on the 4-week win program today.
So here's a few you can try this week. How about if you swap juice for water or fruit infused water and let your child pick the fruits? Or how about upgrading one snack like popcorn instead of chips? Or apple slices with almond butter instead of cookies? And limit the rainbow snacks. You know the ones with dye number 5 and dye number 40. And this is important because those dyes can mess with attention and behavior. Or give them whole food supplements like doTERRA Kids A to Z Chewable. It combines a blend of B vitamins with a blend of vitamins A, C, and E, as well as botanical extracts. It supports healthy cell development and longevity when taken daily. Or even better, they can also take the VMG Plus supplement I'm always telling you about, which is a delicious drink that's safe for children with adjustable doses based on age and nutritional needs. It's so delicious, your children will love it. As well as the E Omega Plus supplement. This one's great for their heart, their brain, their joints, and their skin. And thanks to wild orange essential oil, it doesn't taste like fish oil. It's also chewable, or you can pierce it with a pin and pour the oil on their food, or they can drink it directly from a teaspoon. And teach them to read labels. You can do it together. Make it a fun detective game at the store to spot hidden sugars. These changes don't have to feel hard, they just need to feel doable. And here's something that's so important and humbling: our kids are watching us. They see what we put in our bodies. They hear how we talk about food. They notice if we skip meals, stress eat, or call ourselves bad for eating cake. So let's model balance. Let's model nourishment. Let's model sparkle. You don't have to be perfect, just present. And make it a rule in your home: real food first. Yes, there's room for pizza night or a celebratory cake, but we also celebrate smoothies, veggies with dip, and rainbow fruit bowls like they're special, because they really are. So, what are we feeding our children? Let's feed them energy. Let's feed them focus. Let's feed them real, nourishing, from the earth food that fuels their bodies and minds. Let's feed them love. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one small change you're going to make this week to nourish your kids better? Maybe it's swapping juice boxes for water. Maybe it's reading labels at the grocery store. Or maybe it's just having that conversation with your child about sugar. Whatever it is, drop it in the comments. Your idea might inspire another parent who's watching right now. Okay, Sparkling One, if this episode opened your eyes, please share it with another parent, teacher, or caregiver in your life. We can create real change, one lunchbox, one snack, and one conversation at a time. You never know whose child's health you can impact just by passing this along. And if you're ready to take this a step further, I created a free guide called Healthy Lunchbox and Snack Swaps. It's packed with easy, kid-approved alternatives to the sugary processed snacks we talked about today. There's also a link for a customizable shopping cart with the items I mentioned. You can download it free at the link you'll find in the show notes. So download the guide, check out the cart, and start building healthier habits right away. Here's the truth: we may not control everything in this world, but we do control what we put on our kids' plates. And those choices, those tiny everyday decisions, they add up. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. And every step you take toward real, nourishing food is a step toward a brighter, healthier future for your child. Thanks, Bunches, for spending this time with me today. If this episode made you think twice about what's in your child's food, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it with another parent who needs to hear this. And hey, let's keep the conversation going. Comment with one small change you're committing to this week. Together, we can raise a generation that's nourished, energized, and ready to shine. Because you and your kids were made to sparkle inside and out. So sparkle on. And don't forget to sprinkle a little sparkle everywhere you go. Ciao.
Hey Sparkle Squad, are you loving the Sparkling Life Coach podcast? Has the podcast ever inspired you, made you smile, or brought a little sparkle to your day? If so, we'd love your support. To keep this passion project shining, you can help by subscribing, sharing with a friend, or, if you're able, clicking the link in the show notes to become a patron. Every little bit helps us spread positivity, holistic wellness, and vitality far and wide. By supporting the podcast, you're not just fueling our efforts, you're joining our mission to uplift, empower, and inspire others to live their best lives. Your generosity creates a ripple effect, helping us sprinkle a little sparkle on everyone who listens. Thank you for being an essential part of this vibrant community.